Hi, I'm making this video for you. You know who you are. You're feeling anxiety. You have difficulty sleeping at night. You're worried about your situation, especially the insecurity in your job situation. You feel unhealthy. You feel down, basically just down, having difficulty mobilizing energy to get the things done that you need to do to be able to get out of the situation you're in now. But you've been emotionally tormented for months, so it's kind of breaking you down, you feel. And in situations like this, it feels a little bit like a downward spiral, and it can be a downward spiral, but it can also be changed. Things can happen and your situation will suddenly change, or you can change it. And I know that when you feel like you do now, it's really, really difficult mobilizing the energy to actually make that change, because it does require energy. But I truly believe you can do it. I know we all have a source of infinite strength and power inside. And, even in the darkest moments of life, sometimes you will see a little flashlight shining from inside. And if you just grab that, hold on to it, and give it more space, well, I'll tell you a little bit about how I think you can do that a little more tangibly. So, first of all, it's nice to get help from others when you feel like you do. And you told me that you were going to a party this weekend, or a dinner, and then you were going to put on your entertaining, charming, funny self, and you knew you would be exhausted after this dinner. And I truly understand if you don't feel like sharing your situation with everybody, and you shouldn't. But yes, it does require energy to pretend that you feel differently than you actually do. So, my first advice is to be genuine with the people where you feel you can be genuine. Really tell them how you feel and what your situation is, because that will give them an opportunity to help you. It's that simple. Of course, you have to choose who you want to do this with, but if you pretend like everything is fine, and it'll be very difficult for the people to help you. So that's my first advice. The second one is very practical, and it might gonna take a little energy. It's about eating greens. It might sound a little naive or stupid, but it's not. See, you told me you feel unhealthy and that you don't have energy, and there is a direct correlation between what you eat and what you feel like, also psychologically. You also told me that you feel financially strained, so you don't eat a lot of greens because they're more expensive. And yes, it is true. It's more expensive to eat healthy food. But in every corner of the world, there is some greens which are more affordable than others. They are the local seasonal greens. So, for example, we live in Scandinavia. Here, carrots and kale are quite affordable. And my advice would be that you make sure that just one meal a day is a healthy meal that you cook for yourself, and it's full of kale and carrots. They're affordable now. I know it's gonna take some energy to mobilize it, but it's really, really gonna make a difference, especially after a little while. The third advice is about sleep. You told me you are awake at night, that it's difficult for you to fall asleep, you feel exhausted and tired all the time. Well, so spend more time in bed. Go to bed before 10 p.m. The kind of sleep you get before midnight is of a different quality. We've known that since the 30s. So go to bed before 10 a.m. and then stay in bed until you got at least 8 hours of sleep. even if it requires you to stay in bed for 10 hours or 11 hours. I know you're not very busy at work right now, so it could be a way for you to use that time effectively without doing anything actually, just letting go, sleeping. Sleep might be the number one factor for your emotional and physical well-being. So it's worth to prioritize. And my last advice is to mobilize your positive emotions. And there's a very tangible way of doing that. It is to do a little gratitude exercise. So if you every night before you go to bed could write down 3 things that you are grateful for. Every night for 21 days. 3 things that you're grateful for. Or you can even turn something negative into something positive. Like, I'm glad I missed the bus because otherwise I wouldn't have seen that poster and then I wouldn't have ended up in that cinema. It was a great film. Just little things, they don't have to be big. Just 3 things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my friend Anna, she's a good listener. I'm grateful that I'm not sick. Whatever you can come up with. Anyway, I really, really hope you're going to get better and that fortune will smile to you. But even more, I hope that you will find the strength and the power within yourself to change the downward spiral you're in with now. Because that is what's going to give you not just a solution for now, but a way out of any crisis you're going to meet in life. And we are going to meet crises, all of us. It's a part of life. Hey, I wish you all the best, and feel free to write me questions. Love to get a thumbs up or thumbs down here. I hope you can use the video. All the best.